What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I'm your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a fantastic Wednesday. We are here because, well, today is day one of Philadelphia Eagles training camp practice. Now, they arrived yesterday, so if you want to consider that day one, I guess. But hitting the practice field today. So, look, I was at work trying to look at my phone. If you follow me on Twitter, tried to retweet a lot of that stuff and keep you up to date there, but unable to try to post or do anything like that. So I do apologize, but got some good information here today. And I found an article that I did enjoy and wanted to share with you. Gives us a little breakdown of what one of these reporters that I actually trust, what they saw. And look, right now, it doesn't seem that negativity, that train they've been riding for all the years I've been doing this, seems that they're a little bit off it. Well, probably because we won the effing Super Bowl. So excitement in the air. And look, people are going to doubt Jalen Hurts and make their stupid lists, and you're going to see all kinds of dumb shit. That's great. No one cares. We are excited because, well, Philadelphia Eagles football is almost here. We are 43 days away. Oh, my sweet baby back Jesus, I cannot wait. And I know you're all excited with me. So, look, we're at training camp. Preseason will be here. All of this is just going to fly right by. And we're going to hope to go and, like we've talked about, build this dynasty here. And you heard from some of the players. You know that their feelings about this, season, they're putting last season behind them. They're ready to rock and roll already. And I love to see that. So let's rock and roll here tonight. Love to hear from you. Any questions, comments? I'm still dirty as hell. Just got back from work and wanted to talk with you sickos about some birds. So watch what we're going to do here tonight, and I appreciate you hitting the like button, sharing, subscribing, all the things that you all do to support the channel. Cannot thank you enough. Now, got a little bit of news, and this is quite a crap graphic, but just threw something together here real fast. But DeJean was placed on the PUP list. He can be activated at any time. If he's not before the season begins and all the 53-man roster is made, he will miss the first 4 games there. So right now on the active PUP list, but we'll keep our ear to the ground there and see what happens. But we also signed Joe Evans, another inside defensive lineman that, worked out for the Eagles the other day, that, that list of 3 guys we talked about. So he has been signed. And then Marcus Tate has been waived. Now, with that injury designation, someone can claim him. But if they do not, he will then revert to IR. And he can sit there until they want to take him off, maybe use him again, or they can just pay him an injury settlement and he can be let go, free to sign elsewhere. But those are the moves being made. But there is a little bit of a surprise there because we talked about Jihad Campbell. So he wasn't on the list, and, well, he was at practice today. So we're going to take a look at this article, and then we're going to talk about some of the things maybe you heard. We'll talk about what I heard, all of the things that we can talk about. But I'm pumped up, baby. Dude, if you've seen any of the stuff from Jalen Hurts, clearly that's my dog. I'm always like, until the moment he retires, I'm going to hold on to that, being the only person that try to get people on board with him. I love this kid. And I think that, people are finally seeing what I've been trying to show them for, 5 years now, what this kid is. And, his just, dude, I call him the Terminator for a reason. And you can see just his drive. Oh, man. Oh, I wanted to look at the Super Bowl ring one time before I never see it again. Like, what are you doing? Hiding in a trophy case down in your bat cave? Like, dude, I love the son of a bitch. But let's rock and roll here. And Tiffany starting us off. Let's effing go birds. Appreciate you sickos taking the time. Luffy, can Newton a podcaster for a reason? Yeah, Cam Newton can blow me. Bob, my man, let's effing go birds. Appreciate you tuning in. And, yeah, that's what I was just mentioning there. So, look, man, and I saw everybody saying about him being a psychopath. I saw that too. No, he's just the Terminator. And I can't stress enough what I try to point out for years is exactly who he is. And it's awesome to see people finally giving this dude his flowers. And obviously people are still going to try to shit on him because they're just mad. It's a personal vendetta because they were so wrong about him when, well, I tried to help them to the best of my ability. Hey, good for them. But let's rock and roll here, and let's take a look at this stuff and try to pull this up if I can. And you guys can feel free to comment along. Say what you want here. I'm going to 1 second here. Try to get this going here. We're going to take a look. We're going to read through Andrew DeCecco. Appreciate the work he does. So we're going to take a look at what he's got here. If I could just go ahead and figure this out, that would be great. You would think at one point my computer would want to work with me, but that's not going to happen. So here we go. Think I got it up for you. This thing wants to maybe someday get there. We go. So Andrew DeCecco, again, big shout out to you. So felt like the first day of school. Yeah, sure did, man. But I don't know about school. I call it Christmas. I hate school. So I was not looking forward to it. I woke up today pissed off that I was going to be at work. So yeah, but to me, first day of Christmas. So only day, whatever. So classified as yellow, covered around 75 minutes, no doubt. Heard from Sirianni and Roseman before practice. Jacoby plays. You guys just saw about that stuff. Evans, we will talk about Evans. I will make a video on him when I can. The Wednesday injury report, first injury report here. You got Carter with a shoulder, did not practice. The same with Kenyon Green with a knee. So, look, being precautious with those guys, nothing to worry about. But then Jihad Campbell and Cam Jurgens were limited, but Jihad Campbell didn't really seem that limited, so no doubt. And you can see here, rep management, part of the plan for Campbell and Jurgens, and I'm all about it, baby. Let's keep them healthy for the season. Now, the observations from practice. Jihad Campbell, one projected to be practice participant. Yeah, so he got some time, even though they said he wouldn't be ready till August, so loved it. He was working with Smile Munden there in the second team, and had a great play, showing off his athleticism, as you can see here. I think clearly we know how talented this kid is. The injury, for whatever reason, and teams not knowing how to use him, I told you, this is the perfect fit for what Vic Fangio wants to do. So, still can't believe we got him. These teams are idiots, man, just allowing us to get all these players. I can't believe it. So, John Campbell with Zach Bond there. Cannot wait to see them shine in Vic Fangio's D. On the O-line, you can see Steen started out at right guard. Let's hope that it just stays that way. You see Lamb, Kennard at the tackle positions, Pryor and Toth, and then Kendall getting the backup spot at center. Love to see that. So let's keep things going in that direction. Love to see Pryor and Lamb with Kendall. Keegan maybe tossed in there as another depth piece. But, Toth really showing, being that first team center, still the backup, I guess, for now. But he has versatility, so we'll see. Third team here, you can see Hinton, Vakahali. Keegan was at center, so trying him out there. Holland Pierce, we talked about him. The smaller arms, massive dude, but maybe it's a Mekhi Becton case. So keep an eye on Holland Pierce. But anyways, Cameron Williams here at right tackle. Keegan rep the center during Senior Bowl, offers value, 3 interior positions. Yeah, so love that. 11-11. Cooper DeJean in the base D was playing safety. And we talked about this before we drafted him. Look, guy can play safety. He can play nickel corner. He can play outside. He can return. He's doing all those things because he can. And I love it. Now, I don't really want to see him back there returning any kind of punts because I just think he's too valuable on defense. But DeJean went to nickel whenever we were in nickel, which we play predominantly. So no need to fear there. Sidney Brown got the first team reps with Reed in that package. Then Makuba got a few reps at 1 as well. It's going to be a great battle to watch. Go check out the video yesterday. We talked about all of the battles to look out for. And I'll do more breakdowns of this roster, and we'll talk about the additions and everything throughout these next 43 days, getting you ready. Well, not really, because that week leading up, it's right back to it, baby. Behind enemy lines, top matchups, all that stuff. So getting excited. This season's coming, man. Hell yes. 5 weeks I'll be putting a show together, getting ready for that 6th week. Anyways, cornerback, Quinyon Mitchell. You had Kelee Ringo on the outside, and, that's the hope. But I didn't see, I don't know that he says it here, but I didn't hear the greatest of things from him today, getting beat a couple times. But look, it's first day of training camp. Get it together. Let's effing go. Mac McWilliams getting second team reps. Kid's a stud. Can't wait to see him continue to shine. Adoree Jackson getting some first-team reps as well. It's going to be a battle between he and Ringo. Maybe they trade for someone, sign someone, Stephon Gilmore, add them to the mix. I wouldn't be against that at all. Very questionable. Big question mark there above Kelee Ringo. We'll see. Surrendered a deep shot from McKee. Okay, so he does talk about it. Sorry. And then down to the right sideline of Terrace Marshall. And Terrace Marshall, dude, seemed to be having a good day. A.J. Brown had some high praise for him. So, look, man, some competition all around, and I like to see that. Trotter Jr. was getting first-team reps with Bond there. And then, you had, obviously, Nolan Smith, a little banged up, so not there. But Jalen Carter not there. Jordan Davis, Jomo, and then Jalix Hunt. I'm not sure. Yeah, so, sorry, I didn't know what the hell he was saying. So a four-man front with Smith and Hunt on the edges, Davis and Jomo. Those are the starters I've been showing you. We'll see how much that changes, but we've got good depth, so all about it. Terrace Marshall looking good. Had a nice, and we talked about it. Maybe in the right system, he could do well. So, Johnny Wilson and Nia Smith, Avery Williams, these guys, all going to have to compete. Danny Gray in there, so we'll see. A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, praise for Marshall after practice. Brown going as far to say making the room uncomfortable. That's great. Yeah, that's very great. You want iron to sharpen iron. Love competition. Hurts and Brown look to be in midseason form. Time to real the work they put in. Pair seems to have uncanny sense. Yeah, man, they are in sync, and it's just another year together. And we talked about that, man. Let this team keep growing together. I'm telling you, they are the next dynasty. I know I've been saying it, since before last year, but I promise you, this is the team that's going to dominate the NFL again this year. Just like we talked about last year, we're going to break down how this offseason. Intriguing excitement around Jalix Hunt. This is another one, man. Try to tell them about Hunt. You heard me talk about him before the draft, why I thought he was a perfect fit for the Eagles. Super excited for him. Glad to see these people are learning who he is. But, dude, he's explosive as hell. He's a former safety. He's just got that great just skill set fit for what we're trying to do here. And you got Mailata praising him here. And he said, he got the better of Mailata. Mailata, I don't know if he talks about it here, right here, saying he believes Hunt will be a star. You heard me say it first. I've been trying. I love that we've got all-pro Jordan Mailata on that bus. Let's effing go, baby. Will Shipley brings the juice and home run hitting ability to this offense. Yeah, talk about it. He's RB2, man. It seemed like A.J. Dillon got the first backup reps, but whatever, dude. Shipley played more, and I think that he is the two, and we will see, man. Running the ball, catching the ball. Very excited here. And, A.J. Dillon, we'll see if he makes the squad. He's got some younger guys competing with him. And then returning the punts, you had Coop, Nia Smith, Dotson, Morin, Giles Jackson. No Avery Williams, though. I know he was, banged up in the spring, so maybe they're just being careful with him. Regardless, I would expect our return specialist to be getting some returns, so we'll see. Thomas Booker. And, dude, we talked about that. That's some competition there for Jomo and Ty Robinson and Byron Young in there. And you just added Sykes and Okonkwo or Okoronkwo, sorry. But, hey, man, I'm all about the competition. And I think, we talked about it. The way you win championships is from the top to the bottom. And this team right now, when you look at the starters, best team in the NFL. But we're talking about depth here. We're talking about the special teams department. All these things that we have added to, we are ensuring that we're going to go ahead and win that Super Bowl again this year. So I'm all about it. I don't know about you, but we talked about how Jalen Hurts mentioned, putting the ring aside, he's just ready for the next one. Same with Mailata. This isn't a repeat. We're not, this team's looking, it's not the same team. And we've talked about that. That's why you have to have those pieces in place. So, and that's what we talk about leading into these, who are the Eagles going to be restructuring, signing, cutting, drafting, all these things that matter. So, hey, man, this is what we talked about all offseason last year, how this team was built to win the Super Bowl. And they didn't want to believe in Hurts. They didn't want to believe in Howie, Sirianni, whoever it was, man. They're on board now. So, and yeah, that'd be great if Jihad would start. We'll see if he could stay healthy and keep it up. That'd be great. And yeah, Jalen Carter was banged up though. So was a couple of other people that you just saw me showing there. What is going on, Doyle? Appreciate you tuning in. Hope you're doing well. He sure is. Big man. Davis in great shape. Yeah, I actually meant to bring a picture along. And he's looking great, man. I really think, they think he's supposed to have, 20 sack seasons and this, that, the other thing. And I think, obviously, how I feel about him. As a nose tackle, you have to understand what his role is, and he plays it very well. Now he's getting, cut up and in shape, and you want your nose tackle to be a big dude, but he is now he's still like 323 pounds, but the dude he's looking good, man. And I think, again, people want to trash these kids and, they can't do this or that. And, well, when we talk about development and staying patient with certain players, some guys being ready right away, some needing a little time, and give it time in the right system. I feel like he's perfect for this system. And we talked about it the year we got him. We've talked about Jalen Carter. We've talked about Campbell. And we've had all these people that I just feel, we talk about how they fit. And it's awesome to keep seeing these guys continuously being added to the roster, because it's like a dream, man, when I make these shows for you guys and then I get to see them. And I really think Howie is a very smart man, and I'm glad that, we agree on a lot of things, but I think he's really building a dynasty here. I'm not just saying it to say it, and you'll hear a lot of people repeating me this year because, it took me a while to get everyone to repeat me talking about the Super Bowl last year because, at first it was a little bumpy and everybody wanted to jump ship. And you remember all the posts and videos I made about don't be an idiot. Don't jump ship on this team that's about to win the Super Bowl. And, I mean, I'm pretty sure we won the Super Bowl. So let them freak out about whatever they're going to, this team, and whatever they're going to do. We are the champions. We are the defending Super Bowl champions. And again, this is a completely different team, just like you heard the players say today. But we're the best team, and we've still got the pieces that matter. And we talk about, all the pieces we've added around and how we've replaced certain players. Let people be skeptical. Let people sleep on this team. I'm fine with it. And Bob, you asked about Robinson. Clearly, you did not see anything about him there. But, it's training camp. You'll see certain names that pop up for a good day. Take it all with a grain of salt, man. But Robinson is a stud, and he's got an opportunity to be part of this rotation, and we've talked about that. Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, and, you throw in Moro Ajomo, Thomas Booker getting reps, Byron Young in there, Gabe Hall there, Sykes and Okoronkwo there now. I think that, a lot of competition. I love it, but Robinson's going to make his team, and he's going to be a big part of it for this foreseeable future. I think the kid's going to be a stud. Cannot wait to see the Vanilla Gorilla getting out there and dominating, and it sure is. And again, people can be upset about how they run the ball or what they do, and they didn't get these stats or whatever. That shit's weird to me. I want to win another Super Bowl, so I'm good. And yeah, that's what I was talking about when I said that he was saying that. That's what I meant, that he was saying it. So look, I think that we all know who this team is. We know who Jalen Hurts is. If you tune into this channel, you're a sicko. You know exactly what's going on with the Eagles. You're not lost with all these people that, make shit up. And I saw today, Jalen Hurts saved a drowning child in the Texas flood. Why the fuck? Why are we doing this, dude? Why do we allow people? And why does it have thousands of likes and thousands of comments? And why are people continuously pushing all this fake news? And I know it sounds crazy that we have to continuously say it, but it's getting worse, man. Why can't we just stick to the facts? And if you want the facts, that's where you'll find them here. There's no drowning horses or baby dragons fighting lizards in the den. I don't know what's going on in life anymore, but I'm going to stick to what's really happening here. So I'll try to keep you up to date with what these guys, the reporters that I trust, we'll talk about what they see. We'll talk about what these guys talk about at the press conferences. If I have an effing day off, which tomorrow technically I have off, but, going to that ear specialist. So we'll see how that pans out, but I'd like some time to, put some stuff together. But for now, we'll just, go over what these other guys see, and we'll talk about that. But, hey, it is what it is. Hype for the Vanilla Gorilla myself, dude. So let's effing go. And observations from the tight ends. No, you saw they didn't talk about them there. Didn't see much chatter there, but Harrison Bryant, Calcaterra, that competition is going to be fun to see who wants to be tight end too. But you've got Granson here. You've got E.J. Jenkins, Muse, Latu also here. So you've got a bunch of competition at tight end. And again, it's day one, and take it all with a grain of salt. They're just implementing some things. Kevin Petullo's first year as OC, so it is what it is. It's training camp. I get excited about it, and I want you to be excited about it, but don't at the same time get over excited. Don't over exaggerate things that you read. Oh, I read this guy had a great day, so he's going to have a super season, or this guy had a bad day, so his season's over. That's what happens every year. And every year you see the media riding that train and fans eating it right up. And that's why you see these stupid ass posts that we do today and these videos of people making shit up. I can't take it. But let's focus on what they will give us, and let's focus on what this team is going to do. And I'll try to do my best to put together a few articles and find. You guys remember how I used to do it? I used to be able to clip a lot of these tweets and just put them with a graphic and show you what happened throughout the day from all kinds of different reporters, but I just don't have the time right now, and I do apologize for that. But unfortunately, I have to actually work because when I started doing this, obviously great ideas, because now you see all the creators that are making all that money with my ideas. I actually have to work because I don't make money off of this. So I do apologize. Don't have the time here, but I do love talking with you guys. And this week, tomorrow I will try to put out a video about Joe Evans if I can. At some point, I'm going to put out a video. We'll continue doing these live practice updates each day that we have practice. I will continue, doing these live videos, give you a chance to tune in, ask your questions, do whatever. Tomorrow, though, we'll see how this goes down. We'll see when I come to or what's going on. And then Friday, the plan is to hopefully have a fan Friday. And I think this weekend I've got some things I want to do, but we're going to see how this all goes tomorrow. So let me not get ahead of myself. But you know what's coming. You know what I'm going to ask for. But that's all I've got for you here tonight. So I do appreciate you all taking the time, hitting the like button, sharing this stuff, all the things you do to support the channel. I seriously cannot thank you enough. Want you to stay excited because we are 43 days away. Darren Sproles here to tell you, get effing excited, because it's time to go back and build this mother effing dynasty. And I hope you sickos are with me. Again, one more time this year, let's effing go. But if you need anything, it does not have to be about the Birds. I am always here for you guys, as you are for me. Love each and every one of you. But until next time, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all stay safe out there, and as always, say with me, you sickos, go Birds!